Well met, people of the internet, and welcome to In the Works, the blogging, rambling, talking about nonsense part of my channel. So, this previous week was very long. It was pretty uneventful, but it was very long, and particularly Friday, which was a bit of a rough day. But it turned out to be okay, and actually I was really looking forward to the weekend, and I think that's kind of what added to that sensation. Like, you know, you're sitting there in the last hour of the day going, like, looking at your computer clock, just looking at it, staring at a death glare, hoping to make the time move forward like a wizard, but never does. One day I'll be a wizard. So, that went by pretty slowly, but it led on to a pretty awesome weekend. Friday night, and as an addendum, my sleeping pattern is short, which is possibly why it's lending itself to being long weeks. But, as I was saying, Friday, I decided at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to play through Gone Home. And that, for those of you who don't know, is a sort of exploration point-and-click-ish adventure. And adventure is kind of loosely used here. Game, and I've had a bit of reservations about it. People have said it's short, which it is, and that it's slow, which it is, and that there's not really a lot of gameplay, which there isn't. But damn it, I couldn't help liking that game. There are a lot of spoilers floating around the internet at this point in time, so most people know what's going on. But effectively, and I won't spoil it for you, but I'll just give you a little synopsis. Effectively, you play a girl by the name of Katie coming back from a very long trip in the 90s, a very long trip from Europe. Or coming back from Europe, yes, those are the right words. And you arrive at your house, and it's empty. There's a note on the door from your sister saying she's sorry she couldn't be there. And there's a bit more of an explanation as to what's going on, but not 100%, it's very vague. It's storming outside, and it sets a very good atmosphere. And the game is all about sort of discovering what's been going on in the time you've been gone. So, it's pretty much you rummaging through the house, and you discover some really cool stories going on about the mother, about the father, about the house itself, which is pretty cool. And I think most importantly, about your sister, who, and I can't spoil anything, but it is such a great, well-told story. And everything in this game sort of adds to the tension of it. And it's I don't know, it's a strong narrative. There's not a lot of gameplay in the sense of I overcome a challenge, or there's a monster, or puzzles to solve, really. There are like some really super minor puzzles, and they're really all just find this thing. But the story that unfolds about the family is great, and a lot of it is that kind of, you discover things for yourself, you have to piece together, you have to look at calendar dates, you can work out things, and you find brochures and notes that you have to read through, lots of reading. But good, all of it. Very good, very, very fun in the sense of, I love finding out stuff like that by myself. And to just sort of, and it keeps you guessing, like, but what is going on here? Why is it like this? Or like, oh no, I hope she didn't do that, kind of thing. And it works well for what it is. So I finished that at about 4 in the morning. Crashed, got up at 9, went to my friend's place. We had some braaiing the weekend, which is like a barbecue for you Americans. I think I may have mentioned that before, but this never hurts to reinforce information that is true. So we had that, and it was delicious, delicious, delicious food. But mainly we played, after talking a lot of nonsense for the course of a day, we played some more Descent, that D&D style tabletop game. And finally, the DM beat us, my buddy. And it's been a long time coming, because we were face rolling quite hard for that first session. And it was a tough fight. Actually, there were 2 tough fights this last Sunday. And it was good. Even though it's that thing where you lose, but you lose and it's like, it was great anyway. It was that kind of game. And actually that, in conjunction with the other indie games I've been playing, like Gone Home and Blood of the Werewolf, which you'll see is the other Let's Play going on my channel at the moment, has sort of inspired me, and I'll get more on Blood of the Werewolf now too, has sort of inspired me to do a bit of writing, but not like write a book. I like telling stories though, but I don't read a lot, and I feel like that leaves me weak in that department. And it's not that I don't like books or I don't like reading, it's that I'm very slow at it. It's just a natural thing, and what happens is somewhere along the line I'll get halfway through a book, and then I'll do something else for a while and get back to it, and I'm like, oh, now I'm not 100% sure what's going on, I better reread from the beginning, and the cycle repeats. Ebooks are a bit better. I found ebooks work much better for me, but I'm still slow. So I decided that with all these things I've been sort of playing and experiencing board game and game-wise, I want to create a story, and by doing that I'm going to create a D&D campaign using Dungeons & Dragons Next, which is the upcoming releases, rules. And as a matter of fact, they were like the beta rules. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to buy the legit rulebook for the first time in many, many years, because I am actually quite excited about what they've done with the game. It's a lot more classic D&D, less miniature focused, less tactical grid focused, more theater of the mind, if you will. So that is actually looking to be quite fun, and I'll have a couple ideas floating around my head, not too many right now. I might share them with you, but not too much, just in case my friends do end up watching this, and if you guys do, thanks. So that's pretty awesome. And then in addition to that, I feel like creating some art this week. And I am a big fan of MLP, as you could probably have judged by the photo back there. The painting back there. Or print, I should say. Print back there. And also possibly by shirts I've worn. Although I'm not entirely sure I have worn a shirt yet. And that, I actually want to do some kind of crossover art for that. I finished that Awesome Notes pick. It came out pretty cool. You guys can check it out on my DeviantArt channel. Links will be in the description below. And I don't know, but getting a bit creative, and I think I'll probably start that on Wednesday. Then, channel-wise, I'm going to be doing more Walk in the Dark. I know it's not getting a lot of hits, but like I said, I created this YouTube channel as a bit of a hobby. I like to see it grow, but at the same time, I'm using it to play more games and to get value out of my Steam list, and I am. And I like Walk in the Dark, but I can see how it's a game that's not fun to watch. There are a lot of deaths. I did a lot of editing on the previous video because I must be up to death like 350 or something, maybe more. It's not a forgiving game. But to sort of cut it up a bit, I started doing the second Let's Play simultaneously, Blood of the Werewolf, which is a fantastic little like action platformer. And I was quite chuffed because the developer tweeted me congratulating me on finishing the section with Crushing Walls. Congratulating me on finishing that section on the second try, which it's kind of warm and fuzzy. I like it. I like the interaction that comes from indie games like that. It's actually really cool. And actually, their game is great. So if it does pop up on Steam, grab it. I'm going to create. I'll explain a little bit later. But I'm going to be doing reviews again, and Blood of the Werewolf will be one of them. And I'll explain how they work later. But Blood of the Werewolf is a great action platform. If you like B monster movies, yeah. If you like B-movie monsters, then like werewolves and vampires, then sure, go for it. It's great. You'll enjoy it. Particularly if you like all the horror as well. There's a couple of Creature from the Black Lagoon kind of hints and stuff. It's amazing. And there will be more of that on the channel. There will also be more Awesome Notes on the channel. I love that game. I've gone up a league. I didn't even know the game had leagues. And I've been enjoying it a lot, so you'll definitely be seeing more of that. You might see some more Smite. I'm in a bit of a lull with Hearthstone. I spent money on cards a while back, but I don't know. I keep thinking to myself I could spend that money on something like Magic the Gathering, which is a card game I haven't played in years, but if I wanted to play a good card game, and Hearthstone's a great card game, but if I wanted to play a solid card game that I'm going to spend money on cards for, I actually like having the physical product. Particularly since there's art involved on the cards themselves, it's pretty cool. And so I'm in a bit of a lull with Hearthstone. I haven't been in the mood particularly. I'm sure when the Naxxramas expansion comes out, we'll hear something. I'll probably jump back into it and it'll be fun. But at the moment, not so much. But you will probably see more Smite. I really want to see Dawngate again and Awesome Notes all the time. I'm going to go through each of those characters. Love that game so much. And Ronimo's good devs too. They've been doing pretty decent work and they interact with the community, so they deserve their attention, in my personal opinion. And what I'm going to be doing is, what I've also noticed talking about attention, is that I've been looking at my Google Analytics for the channel. and it's doing okay. It's not fantastic, but it's doing okay. And it's cool to see that, like, people from sort of my most hit, the place I get the most hits from, actually view a fair portion of the video. It's not a full-length video, and I understand why my videos are long, and I've been looking for a shorter format. And I think with that, I'm going to bring reviews back, because, but in a certain way, I'm going to review games that I have Let's Played, and have finished Let's Playing. Because what this will give me is a shorter video format, and in addition to that, it will allow a person who stumbles upon that and will realistically watch the 5-minute video, will give them a chance to actually look at the Let's Play in my channel. And I like that because, you know, this is a hobby, but I still like informing customers and people and gamers about video games. Maybe games they haven't heard of, maybe games they've heard of but never thought of looking at. And if they get to look at the review and go, that looks kind of interesting, and they watch a Let's Play and go, like, I'm going to buy that, then I'm totally happy with that. I enjoy informing the customer. I believe we deserve to be informed as people who buy video games. Because there's a lot of obfuscation that can happen in the gaming industry. And anything that pulls back that veil is always good. Yeah, so I think that's probably pretty much for me, except June is my birthday weekend, and I will be going out to my friends again in a couple of weeks' time. Probably we're going to run the D&D campaign, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think I will probably put in for leave, because birthday leave is the best kind of leave. But I think that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you next time. Keep well, like, subscribe, favorite my videos, dislike my videos, write horrible comments. I'm good with all of the above. And remember, until next time, stay young at heart.